Well, a young startup with potential to disrupt the car wash industry participated in a global competition and now has a number of big-name clients, including Rolls-Royce and the JW Marriott in Indianapolis. For more on how this modern-day car wash company works, let's turn it over now to the INnovators with Dr. K. Dr. K, take it away.
Well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. As you mentioned, we have an innovation now in a very standardized car wash industry that really could disrupt things. So with us today is the co-founder of Flipside Car Wash, Mobile Car Wash, Rhett Barker. Rhett, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Dr. K.
It's great to have you. So in your own words, describe what is Flipside Car Wash.
So according to our website, you will see that we are a web-based, virtually wireless, mobile, full-service car wash. And it's pretty straightforward, and it kind of is a synopsis of what we do. In my own words, you know, our core foundations kind of start with sustainability, convenience, and sustainability, convenience, and quality.
Right.
And that kind of just is the focus of what we do, and it kind of is what we focus on.
Why the name Flipside?
So Flipside was actually what I called my original high school company, which is I would call the beta version of Flipside.
Okay.
So the idea was that it was on the flip side of the car wash company.
Right.
So posing on the car wash on the flip side, you could use us.
So where'd you come up with the idea? Back then, originally? I mean,
so I would say that kind of got the ball rolling with what we do now. But really, it wasn't up until my sophomore, junior year where I actually took my first Uber ride and kind of experienced the on-demand economy firsthand that I was kind of like, whoa, this is actually pretty sweet. And then it was funny. I took an Uber home one night. Next morning, I was running from Grubhub, and I was going through it, and I was like, this is exactly what Flipside can do.
Right.
So I wrote, you know, a 10, 15-page business plan about a mobile app that would be an on-demand mobile detailing company. And a couple months later, with help from people from Ball State, we were launching a website with just that.
Great. And some of your markets now, potential markets are the corporate clients. Is that where you're after?
Yeah, so we focus on right now are these corporate clienteles because it's actually free marketing. We're available and free to the companies. We're an added domain to their employees where they can get it done without even moving their desk, right? And with our wireless detailing solution, we can actually do it without moving their vehicles. So we really don't disrupt anything about what they do.
Nice.
And it's just great for them.
What are the user benefits? Like you emphasized at the beginning, some convenience and quality, but there's also water conservation part of this, right?
Yeah, so obviously everything is higher in quality. It's all done by hand. It's all wireless, so you actually save 80 to 100 gallons of water per wash. Right. But a recent initiative that we have is actually to donate 10% of our quarterly revenue to water.org, which directly impacts the global water crisis. They actually make small loans to these underdeveloped areas so they can actually focus on water sanitation, digging wells, and just kind of full force impacting it directly. So it's pretty cool.
Very powerful. What about funding sources? Where are you at now?
So initially, we were lucky enough to keep costs low from initial cash investment, and then we can actually just fund everything ourselves.
Right.
Moving forward, we actually own a proprietary solution, and we would like to bring that to market, both on shelves, online, and just bring it actually global. So with that, we actually are looking at some long-term funding options this winter, and that's actually what I'm focused on right now.
Fantastic. That's really good. So where do you go from here? I mean, what's the next step for you?
So I really wanted to just make sure we were scalable. At their current options, it really helps us to, learn what works and what doesn't.
Right.
So, we've been sculpting this concept that we're at a point where, it works.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to be moving out into cities in the South around here and just, I guess kind of extending our reach as far as it can get.
Yeah.
We employ or we contract college students, so every major city has college students near, so it works out pretty well with what we want to do.
Fantastic. Well, as I do on each and every show, I try to provide some Dr. K's prescriptions to kind of help you going forward. And in your case, I came up with the 3 knowledge factors.
Okay.
The first one is knowledge for the public. As we start talking about this, a lot of people are sitting there saying, I don't really understand how this exactly works. So I think there's got to be an education of the public to understand how this can really enhance the car washing arena. Second is knowledge of distribution channels. As you mentioned, as you go out to the different cities, you want to get some expertise to understand what's the best way to scale up operations. And you'll learn as you go along, I understand that, but I think that's going to help. And the third one is knowledge for contractors. As you hire, whether it's college kids or eventually full-time employees, you want to make sure you're training them on the proper quality. I think that's one of the big things. But those 3 knowledge factors would really help you, I think, going forward.
Yeah,
so I hope that helps a little.
Awesome.
All right, Rhett, where can the audience find you?
You can find us on our website, flipsidemobilecarwash.com. My email address is rhett@flipsidemobilecarwash.com. And I am pretty quick with responding, so shoot me an email.
That's great. Great to have you, Rhett. So
Appreciate
there
it.
you have it, Gary, an innovation that could really disrupt the standardized car wash industry right here in Indiana.